ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶಾಯ ನಮಃ. ಶ್ರೀ ಸರಸ್ವತ್ಯೈ ನಮಃ. ಶ್ರೀ ಸದ್ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ. ಸಮಸ್ತಜನಕಲ್ಯಾಣೇ ನಿರತಂ ಕರುಣಾಮಯಂ ನಮಾಮಿ ಚಿನ್ಮಯಂ ದೇವಂ ಸದ್ಗುರುಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮವಿದ್ವರಂ मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूतमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि. सन्तोषिणी जगन्माता मम सौभाग्यवृद्धये नमस्करोमि भक्त्या त्वां प्रसन्ना वरदा भव. शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः. नीलाम्बुजश्यामलकोमलाङ्गं सीतासमारोपितवामभागम् बाणौ महासायकचारु चापं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथम्. जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्तेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः. तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि. धर्मप्रोज्झितकैतवोऽत्र निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनं. श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यतेऽत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तक्षणात्. निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः. यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातर आजुहाव. पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरपोऽभिनेतुः तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि. यस्वानुभावमखिलश्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपमतितितिर्षतां तमोन्दं संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुमुपयामि गुरुं मुनीनां. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirayet. So last class we saw Priyavrata story. After ruling the kingdom for a long time and dividing the world into 7 continents and 7 seas, traveling along with the sun like another sun, he completed his task or whatever that job was given to him by his father or Brahmaji. Then he felt that is enough, now let me go back. So he went back to our Naraji's ashram, handing over the kingdom to his elder son, Agnidhra. 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 So that is where now we have to see the Agnidhra story. That is chapter 2. Evam pitari sampravritte tadanushasane vartamanaha Agnidhro jambudvipaukasaha pratnya aura savat-dharma vekshamanaha paryagopayat. After Priyavrata's final attainment, his son Agnidhara, following the tradition of his father, ruled over the Jambudvipa in accordance with the rules of dharma. Tadanushasane vartamana Agnidhro jambudvipaukasaha praja aurasavardharma aurasavadharma vekshamanaha. Okay. According to the rules of dharma, as a father looks after his own children. Evam pitari. Okay. Now what happened afterwards? The story comes. Sacha kadachit pitruloka kamaha suravara vanita krida chaladrushnya. That is suravara vanita krida chaladrushnya. Bhagavantam vishwasrijam Patima Bhrita Paricharyupakarana Atmaikagrena Tapakyaratha Yambu Bhuva Ambabhuva. Now, once desiring offspring, he performed austerities in the valleys of Manthara mountain. You know, olden days when they want to have a good child progeny, they used to do tapas. Nowadays, tapas kuch karte nahi hai. That is why we get some terrible... Oh, see, these are all very important message for us. You know. In the valleys of Manthara mountain. Now, what is the Visheshana of this Manthara mountain? That is what is called Suravara Vanita Krita Chaladrunyam. Where all the celestial angels generally went for recreation. Suravara Vanita. Now, collecting all ingredients of worship, he worshipped Brahmaji there with great devotion and concentration. Tatupalabhya Bhagavanadi Purushaha Satasi Gayantim Purvachittim, okay. Nama Apsara Samabhyapayamasa. Okay. So, knowing this, Brahmaji sent to the place where the king was doing tapas. A celestial Apsara, woman named Purvachitti. Nice name, right? Purvachitti. Chitti. Purvachitti. Now this is to, what you call, disturb the tapas actually. Generally, Indra sent these apsaras to disturb tapas, but here Brahmaji himself sent. Look at this. So this is there, I think, and these are all their game plan. Sacha tada ashramopavanamati ramaniyam vivida nipita vitapi vitapa nikara sanklishta puratala tarudhastha lavihanga abhithuneihi prochyamana shrutibihi pratibodhyamana salila kukkuta karandava kalahamsadibir vichitram upakuchitamala jalashaya kamalakara upabhasrama. Wow. It is a description of this, that place. Okay. What are they? She went to that, what you call, Agnitra's ashrama and wandered about in that place. There, on the golden creepers, closely embraced by the branches and foliage of the dense growth of the trees, were perched kokila pairs whose you can hear their, what is that, kokilas, music, cooing. In the early morning, awakened water birds like kukkutas and karandakas and hamsas as they hovered over the lake full of blooming lotuses. So this is a beautiful place, Mandara mountain. Don't think mountain is very bad and all that. Nothing. Very beautiful place. Now, as the Apsara woman, Tasyaha Sulila Gamana Pada Vinyasa Gati Vilasaya Chanupadam Krana Ghana Ghanayamana Ruchira Charanaparana Swana Mupakarnya Naradeva Kumaraha. Who is telling all these things? Sukamarshi is telling this. But it is written by Vyasa Bhagavan, so he knows. So, as the Apsara woman moved about in that grove, the measured movement of her steps caused her anklets to produce a ringing sound. So these are all things the lady should learn, how to walk, which entering the ears of the king. So that sound, anklets. Now what happened? That made him open his eyes. That had till then remained closed in the practice of samadhi. Now what did he say? He saw a beautiful woman standing in front of him. Her gait, her playful attitude, her look mingled with shyness and modesty, her sweet voice and her physical features all seems to be capable of making a big opening of the heart walls of humanity for Cupid to gain entrance. How beautiful these descriptions are, Vashanamodha madanta matukara tikaroparodena Drutapada vinyasena Valguspandastana kalashaka kabara bharashnayam devi tatavalokanena vivrtavasarasya bhagavato bhagarattvajasya vasham upanito chatavatiti hovacha. Now, looking at her, now this Raja started speaking. Now how to entice a girl, you should know. It's written here. People should read all this. Kattam chikishati chakim munivarya shaile Mayasikapi bhagavat paratdevataya Vijye vibharshim dhanushi suhurdatmanorthe Kimva mrigan mrigayase vipine pramattan. I know who are you, good lady. Are you a great sage come to this mountainside for some great purpose? Are you Maya, the alluring power of the Lord? Are you carrying the stringless bows, your arching eyebrows for your own protection? Or are you in search of some heedless prey like me, with plenty of animal spirit? Bana vimau bhagavata shatapatra shanta vabunga ruchira vatitim tikmadattau kasmai yuyungsha sivane vicharanya vitmaha Shemayano jatadiyam tava vikramostu. Moving about in this forest, at whom are you aiming the shaft of your sidelong glance, having those lotus-like eyes for their feathers, having their speed gentled by the rolling of thy balls, and equipped with arrowheads sharp and well-shaped but devoid of shafts. I do not understand at whom you are aiming at. But pray, let this brave expedition of yours be for the welfare of a fellow like me. You want to read the whole thing? Enough, right? You don't like to hear this. Your time is over. 16th verse. Natvam tajami dayitam yadeva dattam yasmin mano kapino nabhyati lagnam mam charu shringair hasat netu manuvratam te chittam yada pratisarantu shiva sachivya. I am not going to leave you. You have been gifted to me by Brahmaji himself. See, look at this. My mind and my eyes have got stuck to you, and they refuse to come away. O beauty, take me also, your obedient servant, wherever your mind takes you. May the ladies in attendance on you be also pleased to follow me. There was a Mahatma, he was telling his story. He used to go to a temple. One of his visits, he saw a beautiful lady there. So he worshipped Bhagavan and worshipped her also mentally, came back. Next day also, he thought that if I go, she will be there. It attracted him. So he started going there regularly. Suddenly one day, he stopped going there. Why? He thought that if I continue this, I will be in trouble. So he stopped going. That's how he became a sadhu. Now, any one of us, what we would have thought, Bhagavan has given me this. Since I met her in the temple, it is Bhagavad Prasadam. Therefore, it is Bhagavan's gift. So that's what he is telling now here. It is Brahmaji's gift. Thus, Sri Shuka Vacha iti larananuyati visharado gramya vaidagdhyaya paribhashaya tam niputavathum vibhutam adhirathi sabhajaya masa. So, thus did this intelligent Agnidra, skilled in winning the confidence of a woman, honor and please that Apsara woman by words that were highly attractive to the person. Now what happened to her? Sa chatatasya veera yutha pate buddhir shila rupavaya shiyaudaryena parakshiptamanastena sahayutayuta parivatsaropalakshanam kalam jambutvivapatina bhaumas surgabhogan bhubuje. Apsara woman too, being attracted, strongly fascinated by the king's intelligence, manners, form, youth and splendor, generosity and other virtues, got engrossed in him and spent many divine years with him. The ruler of Jambudvipa. Finally what happened? They got married. That's what it is. Now, Agnidhara begot 9 sons in this Apsara. Apsara, what was her name? Purva Chitti. Chitti, now I don't know. Purva Chitti. Got 9 children. Nabhi was the first son. Nabhi, Kim Purusha, Harivarsha, Ilavrta, Ramyaka, Hiranmaya, Kuru, Bhadrashva, and Ketumala. Purvachitti gave birth to these 9 in so many years, maybe 2 years gap maybe. Then leaving them with the king, that is the nature of Apsaras. They leave you and go. And she went back to Brahmaji's place, her original place. So all the children of Agnidhara inherited their mother's healthy bodies and great abilities, and they were appointed by their father to rule over the 9 regions of Jambudvipa that came to be known after their respective names. So Nabhi, Kimpurusha, etc. It will come later. And then what happened? So what happened was Agnidhara, after she left him, he was not happy. He was thinking about her all the time. As a result, after death, he attained her loka. Brahmaloka he went. And constantly thinking of her. And to attain her, he did more Vedic rituals. You know, karma rituals lead you to Surgaloka. Karma with upasana lead you to Brahmaloka. So he performed all that. He went to the world of Brahmaloka and met her there. Again, they must have got married there. Yeah. Now, after the death of the king, the 9 sons married the 9 daughters of Meru. Their names being Meru Devi, Pratirupa, Ugra Damstri, Lata, Ramya, Shyama, Nari, Bhadra, and Devaviti. Now comes the story of Nabhi. Nabhirapatya Kamo Prajaya Merudevya Bhagavantam Yajnapurusham Abhijitatmaya Jata Tasya Vava Shraddhaya Vishuddhabhavena Ijataha Pravakeshu Pracharatsu Dravya Desha Kala Mantratrik Dakshina Vidhana Yogogapatya Duradigamopi Bhagavan Bhagavata Vatsalyataya Supratika Atmanam Aparachitam Nijajanabhipredartha Viditsaya Grihida Hridayaha Hridayangamam Manonayanananda Mano Nayananandanavaya Abhiramam Avichakara. So, Nabhi, the eldest son of Agnidhara, again desirous of a son, worshipped Sri Hari, the Lord of Yajnas, with great concentration of mind, along with his wife Meru Devi. He performed yajna in invocation of Mahavishnu with utmost faith and purity. Though the Lord is unattainable by any of the elaborate yajnas, like ingredient, proper time and place, mantra, sacrificial priest, sacrificial gift, correct procedures of rituals, etc., he nonetheless revealed himself out of his love for his devotees. While the ritual called Pravargya was being performed, I don't know what is that ritual, Pravargya. Now, Bhagavan revealed himself, his beautiful form appeared in the Yajnashala. A description of his beautiful form is there. That comes in Bhagavatam many times. As a Bhakti Grantha, therefore. Now seeing Bhagavan appeared, the beauty here is this Ritviks there, Rishis, Ritvicha, Uvacha, Uchu. How they address this Bhagavan is very interesting. Arhasir muhur arhat tamaharhanam asmagam anupatanam namo nama ityetavat satupashikshitam korhati puman prakriti guna vedigara matirasinat ishwarasya parasya prakriti purushayoho arvaktana abhirnama rupakritibi rupa nirupanam. This sacrificial Ritviks priest said, O worshipful one, though thou art in thy was full and satisfied, it behoves thee to accept the devout adoration of thy humble servants. Salutations to thee again and again. To salute thee and adore thee in this way in all that we have been taught by great men. We cannot do more than this. This is all we know. For we are engrossed with worldly objects that are the product of Prakriti and therefore devoid of the higher powers of the mind to grasp. Seventh line. Athanayapi na bhavataha ijjam ijjayor upharabhairaya samuchitam artham ihopalabhasmahe. It is without devotion we know that even a yajna like this with abounding offering and numerous right is of no interest to thee. That is very beautiful. Like that, elaborate rituals if you perform without devotion doesn't interest Bhagavan. But with devotion you offer patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati. So that's what we have to learn from Bhagavatam, you see. And then they say, 13th line. Kinchayam rajashirapatyakamaha prajam bhavadrishim asha sana ishwaram ashisham surgapavargayorapi bhavantam upakhavati prajayam artha pratyayo dhanatha ivatanaha falikaranam. The idea is, after propitiating you and making you come, what this Raja want? A material end. What is that? A son. Prajakamaha. For that, he doesn't have to make you come. It is not necessary. Why? It is something like you get an appointment with the president with all difficulties. Then what you ask of him? How about my green card, H1B, please. It's ridiculous, isn't it? You got a president like that. Bhagavan himself is standing there. You can ask moksha. Swarga apavargaha, isn't it? Apavarga, this is moksha. Instead of asking moksha, what are you asking? Give me a son. It is laughable. They themselves say that. Ko va iha te parajito aparajitaya mayayar avasita padavyana vrta ati vishaya vishara yana vrta prakriti anupasita ahacharanaha. Accepting those who have served holy men and gained their grace, who is there that is not overcome by thy invisible Maya? So all these are because Bhagavan's Maya only. You remember Sugriva said, Bhagavan, it is not my mistake, it's your mistake only. Your Maya, difficult to overcome. Now the same thing there. Who is there whose intellect is not clouded by that power of that unknown origin, means Maya. Because Maya's origin is not known to anybody, because intellect cannot fathom that. It's called, that's very beautifully said here. Unknown origin. Who is there whose nature is not transformed by the poisonous influence of sense object? Gita also Bhagavan said that. Nigraha kim karishyasi. There is one verse there. Forgot it. Nigraha kim karishyasi. So this storm of this Vishayas influencing our senses, who can control it? Now they say, Yaduha Vavatava पुनरदभ्रकर्तरिह समाहूतस्तत्रार्थदियां मन्दानां नस्तद्येक एव हेलनं देवदेवार्हसि साम्येन सर्वान् प्रतिवूढुं vidusham, avidusham. Okay. Dull-witted as we are. Pardon us for having invoked thee here for such a small fulfillment as progeny. Dull-witted and ignorant as we are, we consider such attainment as the be-all and end-all of existence. Please forgive us for our shortcomings. Srila Maharshi says, now after that Bhagavan says, what Bhagavan says, Aho badaha rishayo bhavatviravitarat bhagavadviravitata girbhirvaram asulabham abhiyajito yadamushyatmajo maya sadrisho bhuyatiti mamaham evabhirupaha kaivalyadadabhi brahmavado na mrisha bhavitum arhati mamaiva hi mukham madyad dijadeva kulam. The boon that you asked of me, because the Ritviks are the one who ask on behalf of the Yajamana, the desire, isn't it? The desire of Yajamana. So Bhagavan said, the boon that you asked me, what is that? The king should have a son equal to me, like me. That is what you asked, isn't it? So the king should have a son equal to me. Bhagavan said that is something impossible to grant. There can never be one equal to me. I am with one without a second, so there cannot be anybody like me. It's not possible. But still you are devoted to the truth. And the words of such masters of Veda should not go in vain. For they are veritably my mouth. So Vedic, so this Brahmanas who chant Veda, they consider, Bhagavan consider it is his mouth. Tataha agnir hiye yemsha kalayavatarishyapyatmatulyam anubhlaphamana. So therefore, there is none equal to me. I shall myself be born with a part of myself. As the son of this Nabhi, the son of Agnidra. Now Sri Shukavacha iti nishamayantya merudevya patim abhidhayantarthade Bhagavan. Announcing this to Nabhi in the hearing of his wife, Meru Devi, the Lord disappeared from the sight. Now, Barhishit tasminneva Vishnudatta Bhagavan Paramarshibhihi prasadito nabhehe priyachirshaya tatabarodhayane merudevyam dharman darshayitu kamo vatarashananam shramananam rishinam urdhamandhinam suklaya tanu avatarha. O Parikshit, thus propitiated in the yajna by the rishis, the Lord, in order to bless Nabhi, was born of Meru Devi. That form, with a form that was constituted of pure sattva. Now the object of this incarnation was to make known to the world the ways of life of ascetics who are celibates for life, nitya brahmacharins, and who wear no cloth except the quarters called digambaras. His name was Rishabha. Risha means jnanam, bha means shining. Rishabha. The one who shines with knowledge. Rishabha also means Sreshta. Bharata Rishabha, there it is Sreshta. Now, son of Rishabha is Bharat. That story will come, very interesting story. Now, Sri Shuka Uvacha, now story of Rishabha. Ataha tamutpatyeva bhivijyamanam bhagavallakshanam samyopashama vairagya aishwarya mahavibhutibhihi anudina medhamana anubhavam Prakriteha praja brahmana devatascha nitala samavanaya atitaram jagrudhuhu. The son of Nabhi had at his birth itself mark of Bhagavan's Lakshana. What is that? Vajra, Ankusha, the unique emblem of Mahavishnu on the what you call sole of his feet. Equanimity, peace, non-attachment, splendor, many-sided virtues, all combined in him to make him an extraordinarily powerful personality. So the ministers, the subject, the Brahmanas and the Devas were all eager to have him installed as king. Tasya hava ittham varshmana variyasa brihachlokena chaujasa belena shriya yashasa virya shaviryabhyam cha pita Rishabha iti idam nama chakara. His father gave him, looking at his qualities, the name Rishabha. Then what happened? Tasya hindraha spardamanaha Bhagavan varshena vavarsha tavadharya Bhagavan Rishabhadevo Yogeshwaraha Prahasyatma Yoga Mayaya Savarsham Ajanabham Namabhyavarshate. What happened one day? Indra, looking at the qualities, everybody is praising this Rishabha. He didn't like it. He was jealous. So he stopped. What is that? Sanction. Sanction. That's what they do, right? Same thing Indra did, sanction. Stopped rain. That's what they do nowadays, right? Same thing. Ah. Indra did not send rain to his land. Land's name was Ajanabha, was the name of the land. Now, Rishabha, smiling at this, he knew it is Indra's tricks. He, using his own yogic power, generated rain. Now, Nabhistu yathavilashidam suprajastama varundhyadi pramodabara vihvalo gadgadakshara gira svairam grihita naraloka satharmam bhagavantam purana purusham maya vilasitam adhirvatsa tateti sanuragam upalalayan param nirvrittim upagataha. Every time Indra gets into trouble, like this Krishnavadara time also, you see, the emperor, he never learns. But you see, in the whole Krishnavadara, he destroys all Rakshasas. But these Devatas, he corrects them only. He doesn't kill them. What is that means for us? When a negative thought comes in our mind, we have to destroy it. But sometimes what happened, even though it is a noble thought, but it is combined with arrogance, then we have to correct it. Now what happened? Finally, Nabhi. Vididhanuragama paura prakriti janapado raja nabhiratma atmajam samaya sedurachayam abhishitya brahmaneshu upanithaya saha merudevya vishalayam prasanna nipunena tapasa samadhiyogena naranarayanakyam Bhagavantam Vasudevam Upasinaha Kalena Tan Mahimanam Avapa. So that is the Nabhi, story of Nabhi. So, seeing the confidence and approval by the people, Nabhi noticed that Rishabha is very popular among people. Nabhi installed him as a king for the protection of law and order in the land, and himself with Meru Devi went to Badarya where he adored Vasudeva, manifest as Naranarayana through Samadhi, and gradually attained mukti. Now here, tasyaha pandaveya shlokam udarahanti. There are two verses in praise of Nabhi. Konutat karma rajasher nabher anvacharet puman upatyadam agadyasya harishuddhena karmana brahmanyonyak kuto nabher vipra mangala pujidaha yasya barhishi yajnesham darshayamam surojasa. Who can imitate the great action of Nabhi, whose pure worship pleased Hari, so much that he became his own son? Where is another man so devoted to holy men as Nabhi, to whose vision the holy men, pleased with respectful worship and offering, brought the Supreme Being himself? Now comes the Rishabha story. Ataha Bhagavan Rishabhadevaha Swarsham Karmakshetram Anumanyamanaha Padarshita Gurugulavasaha Labdavarer Gurubihi Anutnyato Grihamedinam Dharman Anushishamanaha Jayantya Abhindradattayam Upayalakshanam Karma Samamnayam na Abhiyunjan Atma Janam Atma Samananam Shatam Janayam Asa. Wow. Bhagavan Rishabha, that the region of his advent was a place dominated by Vedic rituals. At that time, Vedic rituals were very predominant. Adopted the life of a religious student under a teacher of Vedas, and after pleasing the teacher with gift, Acharyaya Priyandanamahatya Prajatantum Ma Vyavacchechi, came back home with his blessings. He adopted the householder's life in order to teach the world about the duties of the world, observed all the ceremonials and duties laid down in the scriptures. Now Indra afterwards felt very bad, because I tried to test him, but his power was much greater than me, so he could bring his own. He doesn't depend upon me. This he understood. Now how to make peace. So he thought, I will give my daughter to him. So they got Jayanti. So Jayanti given to him by Indra, and begot by her 100 sons, equal to himself in all respects. Look at this, 100 sons. Those days, I think, they have a lot of population. Hundred sons. Kavir Harirandariksha Prabhutta Pippalayana. These are the names. Avirhotrodha Drumila Chamasak Karabhajana. This Bharata was the first one of all these sons. Bharata was the eldest and the noblest. This Ajanabha Varsha came to be known after him as Bharata Varsha. Today's Bharata Varsha is known after this Bharata. There was another version also there. What is that? Shakuntala's is also Bharata. But according to Bhagavatam, this Bharata is the one. Next to him, the eldest, 9 other sons, Kushavarta, Ilavarta, Brahmavarta, Malaya, Ketu, Bhadrasena, Indraprik, Vidarbha and Kikata were elder to the remaining 90. So first one Bharata, then these 9. Now among these 90, another 9, okay, Kavi, Hari, Antariksha, Pippalayana, Avirhotra, Drumila, Chamasa and Karabhachana. Now these people, these 9 of them became great rishis, great devotees of Bhagavan, and they come Navayogi. In the 11th canto it will come Navayogi Prasangam. Janaka Maharaj, Nimi, called Nimi. His palace they come and they give Upadesha. So they are called Kavi, Hari, Antariksha, Vippalayana, Avirhotra, Drumila, Chamasa and Karabhajana. Their life and teaching, spreading the message of peace and love and revealing the glory of the Supreme Being, is dealt with in the 11th canto, the form of conversation between Vasudeva and Narada. Narada is narrating the story to Vasudeva. Now the remaining 81 of the brothers who are humble in nature, learn in the Vedas, adepts in sacrificial rites, and extremely pure through their observances, they became Brahmanas according to their father's instruction. So, Janmana Jayade Kshatriya, but now look at this, they became Brahmana, Karmana Brahmana. "81 became Brahmins. Now from 14 to 15. Bhagavan Rishabhas Samjna Atmatantra Swayam Nitya Nivrittan Artha Parampara Kevala Ananda Anubhava Ishvara Eva Viparita Vat Karmanyarabhamanaha Kalena Anugatam Dharmam Acharena Upashikshayan Atatvitam Sama Upashantaha Maitraha Karunigaha Dharmartha Yasha Praja Anandamrtavarodhena Griheshu Lokam Niyamam Ayate. Through ever established in the Atman, ever transcending the unholy and unspiritual influence of the world, perfect in self-mastery and filled with bliss, he behaved like anybody else in the world. In order to teach the duties of the householder's life, which people had forgotten and given up in course of time, he observed all the rites and ceremonials of the householder, ever unattached, peaceful, helpful, and beneficent. And he taught to the world that a householder's life is not a field. Life is a field not for mere undisciplined enjoyments, but for the acquisition of dharma, wealth, good name, progeny, and finally spiritual attainment. Though he was well versed in the Vedic lore that shed light on all aspects of dharma, he nonetheless followed the rules of statecraft like conciliation and others as directed by Brahmana advisors. Rajaguru. Then, Kadajit 17th. No. Wait. Bhagavadarshamenā parirachyamāna edasmin varshe na kaschana purushaha vanchaty avidyamānam atmano anyasmāt khatanchana kimapi karhichit avekshate bhartaya anusavanam Vijrambita snehadishayana shayam antarena. So he adored the Supreme Being by performing 100 yajnas, perfect from the point of view of ingredient, place, time, age, faith, officiating priest and the various deities. Sa kadajit atamanaha Bhagavan Rishabhaha Brahmavartagadaha Brahmarshit Pravara Sabhayam Prajanam Nishamayanti Nama Atmajana Vahitatmanaha Prashaya Pranaya Bhara Suyantrita Anapyupashitshayad iti hovacha. Once while moving about in the country, Rishabha was in Brahmavarta. There in an assembly of sages, where a large audience was present to listen to him, Rishabha delivered a sermon especially to teach his sons, though they were endowed with self-control, humility, affection, and discipline in all matters of life. Now, where is the Brahmavarta? They say it is near Kanpur. Pittur, it is Pittur. I don't know. Pittur, near Kanpur. I think this Naimisharanya also is somewhere there, right? Near Lucknow. Now, this is Rishabha's teaching. They are all very beautiful, his teaching. Rishabha Vacha. Nayam deho degabhajam nriloke kashtan kaman arhate vinbhujam ye tapo divyam putraka yena sattvam shuddhatyesmat brahma saukyam tunantam. O children, putraka. Putraka means children. The sacred human body that you have got in this world is not meant to be utilized for sensuous enjoyment as by low creatures who too get such enjoyment through the filth they consume. It is to be used for the observance of austerity with noble spiritual ends. By such austerity, the mind becomes pure, enabling one to attain to the bliss of Brahman. Mahat sevam dvaramahur vimukte tamodvaram yoshidam sangi sangam mahandaste samachitta prashanta vimanyavas suhrudas sadhavo ye. The association with Holy One is the door for entrance to the realm of liberation and the entrance to hell, spiritual degradation, consisting in association with worldly minded men who is intensely attached to women. Holy men are those who are ever sighted, peaceful, unperturbed, friendly to all, and endowed with good qualities. Prashantaha vimanyavaha, vimanyavaha, free from anger, manyu, anger. Vimanyavaha, very nice. Suhrudaha sadhavoye. Eva mayishe krita sauhrudartha janeshu deham varavartigeshu griheshu jayatma jaradhimatyu na priti yukta yavadartharchaloke. Or holy men are those who consider the intense attraction they have for the Lord as their noblest attainment in life, who have no attachment to worldly minded people, nor to wife, children, properties, and who are satisfied with that much of requirement as are enough to live on. Nunam pramattak kurute vikarma yedindriya pridaya aprunoti nasadu manye yatavatmanoyam asannapi kleshata asadeha. Whoever struggles to satisfy the senses is bound to be morally and spiritually lethargic and do many evil deeds. I find no meaning in men doing again and again those very kind of karmas which has brought into existence this body, which besides being short-lived and ephemeral, is the cause of all suffering now. The repetition of karmas is bound to cause new body and more suffering. Parabhavasthavada bodhajado yavanya vijitnyasada atmatattvam yavat kriyasthavatitam manovai karmatmakam yena sharira bandha. So long as man does not make an earnest inquiry about Paramatma within, so long will he out of ignorance be denying the spiritual consciousness in him. So long as he works for selfish attainment, so long will his mind be inclined only towards such actions, and for such body-centered men, given to selfish actions, that they will be born again and again. Evam manak karma vasham prayunkte avidyayatmanyupadhiyamane predirnayavan mahivasudeve namuchyate dehayoge natavat. When ignorance clouds the mind, it is enslaved by the impression of actions earlier. So long as the mind does not develop attraction and love for Vasudeva, so long release from embodiment is out of question. Yada na pasyatyayatha guneham swarte pramatta sahasa vipaschita yatasmidar vindati tatra tapan asatya maidhunyamagaram ajñaha. As long as man, heedless of life purpose, fail to perceive that the action of his body, mind are not of the Atman, he will be completely oblivious of his spiritual nature and behave like an ignorant person, a merely body-centered being, seeking delight in the sex-dominated life of the household, but suffering from its endless afflictions. Pumsastriya mithuni bhavametam tayorbhido hridaya granthi mahu adho grihakshetra sudapta vitte janasya moho yamaham mamedi. Hridaya granthi is avidya, kama, karma. Call Hridaya granthi. The union of man with woman is spoken of by great men as a new knot in their heart, Hridaya granthi, added to the already existing knot. Already existing knot is what? Knot is what? I. Aham. I sense. For from that spring the terrible infatuation causing the extension of the sense of identification. Minus comes later. With regard to house, property, son, friend, money, and so on. From minus comes minus. Added to this, what is that? Avidya, kama, karma. Yada mano hridaya grandirasya karmanubadho drida ashladhena tada janas samparivartate sman mukta param yatyadihaya hetum. This knot of the heart, the I sense, that is ahankara, which is the result of tendencies created by past actions, is therefore identical with the mind. So if a man is to be totally free from the bondage of this orientation of pleasure, his mind free from all modification, should be dissolved in the category superior to it. Then man becomes free from the cause of bondage, namely ignorance. So the mind is to be totally surrendered to higher, means what? Paramatma in him. That alone will resolve the problem of what? Going for pleasure outside. Okay, we'll stop here. Where are we? 9th verse, right? Now the means to get out of this knot, he gives the 10th verse. Let us see that also. Hamse guru mai bhaktyanuvritya vidrishnaya dundati dikshaya cha sarvatra jantor vyasanavagatya jitnyasaya tapaseha nivritya. The means to be adopted by one who wants to break this knot of the heart is as follows: devotion to and service of an enlightened Guru, who is only he and me, there is no difference, Guru and Bhagavan. Renunciation, equanimity in suffering and enjoyment, the constant remembrance that suffering is there in any attainment in this world or in the hereafter, intelligent reflection on the true nature of all experiences, austerity, etc., and giving up all activities that geared towards personal gain. I mean self-centered activities, etc. Okay, we'll stop here. These are the method. Serving an enlightened Guru. That is the first method. Hamse Guru Mai Bhaktyanuvritya. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyanto, ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhaved. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
Hari Om, Swamiji, thank you.
Hari Om.
Thank you, Swamiji.
You are able to hear?
Yes, Swamiji.
Okay.
It was pretty clear today.
Okay. Yeah, I'm using my iPad now.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
The video quality is so good.
I know, it's iPad. My,
Thank
my computer is gone completely. Whose is this?
What I brought from the front desk.
Ah,
Illata the Nikal.
ஆமா. இது அவ்வளோதான் இல்லை போச்சு.
She get another one. But obviously the iPad might be better than you.
Yeah.
Slightly bigger iPad. இதோட கொஞ்சம் பெருசு.
இருக்கா?
12 inch, 11 inch இருக்கு. 11.9 inch.
ஆஹா.
It's a good one. நான் கஜானஜி கிட்ட சொல்றேன்.
இல்லை.
It's easy to take back and forth. அது charge and hold பண்ணா.
ஆமாம் ஆமாம்.
Yeah, much better.
This is also good.
இது போறமா?
நல்லா இருக்கு. Only thing I cannot see them together in that.
In one screen.
Ah.
அது iPadல கஷ்டம்.
No, Swamiji, it's a setting, Swamiji, in your Zoom.
Uh-huh.
You can say that I want to see 25 people at a time.
Yeah.
You can change the setting in your particular Zoom.
Really?
But then it will be very small because iPad screen is small.
That's okay.
Yeah, you can
At least I can see overall there. Now I cannot see.
Yeah, up to 25 you can bring on one screen.
Ah.
If it is business account, you can get up to 15 one screen.
Oh. Today is the coldest day, huh?
Very cold.
But thank you for coming in spite of all that. Yesterday I got this COVID shot. ಇಲ್ಲ ನೇತಿಗೆ தான். So my miserable.
Takes 2 days.
Eh?
You should have given us off today in that case.
No, last class also I cancelled. So, every time.